All right, welcome to video number 3 in this small course on the Sicilienne by Matteo Carcassi. So in the previous videos, we've looked at the broad strokes of the piece. We've also looked at the rhythm in great detail of this because the rhythm is such a defining feature of this song. So we've really nailed the rhythm, and we're not going to go forward until we do have that rhythm. So assuming that we now have the rhythm, let's now look at the right hand. And what's more, let's split this into a couple of different pieces. So if you'll notice here, we have both stems up and we've got these stems down. So to begin with, we're only going to look at the stems up. We're not going to even play these stems down. We're just going to look at the top. That's the melody. And then so we're going to leave out the bass for right now. And so as we're doing this, then what we're going to do is we're going to just do just the right hand by itself, and we're going to pay close attention to these fingerings up here using the exact same fingering. So what we're not going to do is just dive in and start playing this thing. We're going to really take our time at the very front side so we can get it just perfect as we're going, and so we'll bring it to a very high level much faster. So then starting off, we're just going to play open strings. No left hand, as much as it's tempting to do it and as much as it's not going to sound like the piece when we play it, because it'll all be open strings. We're just going to let that left hand go out for pizza, and the right hand will play by itself. And we want to play it in rhythm, so we're going to count this whole time. So if you remember, our counting is 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and so forth. So for this first section, we'll have 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1. And so we're using the correct finger as is written on the page. A is the ring finger, M is the middle, and I is the index finger. And so we're playing through there, counting out loud with our mouth, making sound, and playing this and getting it really clean. 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Ideally, it's as flowing and legato, which is smooth and connected, legato means smooth and connected, as possible. As another practice method, what we can do is quickly prepare the next one. So we have 3, 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1. So that way the next finger to play is just sticking onto the string immediately, but not playing, because then it's waiting. So 2 different practice methods. Eventually, when we actually play the song, we want it to be smooth and connected. So that's the top part. Now we're going to put the right hand, or the bass note, in there as well. So now we have, very slowly, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Looking at which strings each note plays. So the bass plays 2 fifth string A's, and then for this section, a 4th string D. So now we have the entire thing. 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So we were also talking about kind of bringing out that third beat because of this pickup note at the very beginning. So giving this just a slight accent, and that means that it just gets a little bit of oomph. 3 and 1 and 2 and more, less, and 2 and more, less. There's another thing, is that whenever we're jumping up, and this is just kind of a little bit more advanced musical thing that you can do, but it's really fun. Whenever you have especially across a bar line like this, and to a harmony change, chord change, if you have a low note jumping up to a high note, then give slight accent to that, and then get quieter to that top one. Boom, boom. I call this the springboard. Boom, boom. And that way the top note just floats out of it. So it's something else that you can do with this note. And that's it with the left hand. So you can just do this a couple of times, and it will make a massive difference in your overall learning of the piece. It only takes a few seconds, but it's the thing that very few people do, and it's really good.